What is up again, YouTube? It's Trey again with another Reacts video. This time, you know what? Everybody knows I'm new to the doing the YouTube and the editing. I'm doing everything by myself. I'm learning along the way. I do reaction videos to everything. Everything. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's political. I don't care if it's a scary video. I'm just gonna react to whatever I want to. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch it together. Let's talk about it together. But oh, we got a black screen here. Hold on. Well, we have one of my favorite people to watch, MODTRICCA. MODTRICCA. You know what I'm saying? He is one of these guys. I got other people up here that I like to watch. Uh, his name is always hard for me to read. Arto Fikix. Arto Fikix. Huevo. I watch him all the time. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that inspired me to make reaction videos because I love their reaction videos. And I'm not sure how they get their videos, like from TikTok or things like that. I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. I don't have a background to have. I don't have the microphone. I have this headset that you can hear my breathing all the time. So, forgive me for that. But yeah, we're about to check out MODTRICCA. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for the original video. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. Show some love. I'm telling you, once you subscribe to the channel like MODTRICCA, you're gonna be watching him all the time, and he posts all the time. His like he always says, the most lit community on YouTube. But anyway, I'm gonna do a reaction to his video, and yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Show some love to me. Somebody trying to do it for the first time, somebody trying to build momentum. I've been making a lot of videos. I'm not getting any views or anything, but you know what? I'm not going to get down on myself. I'm just going to keep making videos. You know, I'm just going to keep making videos. I'm going to just keep doing what I do. So hopefully one day I can get where he's at. And I got big things coming in the future. If I can get there, I got big things coming in the future. Trust me on that. So yeah, we're going to check out MODTRICCA. Let's see. We were never meant to find this video. And he dropped this 5 hours ago. Okay. So yeah, this is fresh. This is fresh. And yeah, let's check it out. It's good. It's gonna be good. It's always good.
Sir MODTRICCA, back up in this thing, man. Today, we're breaking down some mind-blowing videos we were never meant to find. But before we hop into that, go ahead and spam that like button right now, so the numbers up on the algorithm. You ain't gotta think about it later. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that sub button too. Sub up, join the fam. This is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period. With that being said, guys, let's hop straight into the video.
Like, didn't we read books about this? Like, you're erasing history. Those are real books. If you hadn't heard, Anthropic purchased millions of books. They just started copying them, and then they just started cutting the spines off the back and then destroying the books. Each page saved to feed their AI training library. Then the originals destroyed like it was a crime. Like they have to cover up the evidence, so they're gonna have to destroy the crime, you know? But don't worry, a judge ruled this is fair use. Completely fair use, completely by the books. And other AI companies have been buying up these old books like hotcakes. Anything made previously to 2022. So anything that AI hasn't touched has an immense value to them. So what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below.
It's almost like they're trying to consume the entire human body of knowledge, then sell it back to us in the form of a monthly subscription. This would be like taking pictures of the Great Pyramids, feeding it to Grok, then demolishing them.
Real talk. See, that's why I like watching MODTRICCA. I say trigger. I think it's MODTRICCA. But he breaks it down so perfectly. That's like downloading every information of the pyramids and then demolishing them. I mean, come on, man. You can't say it better than that. That's why I love watching this guy. Real talk. Big fan, big fan. Come on, watch.
I'm not sure what they're spraying. I just hope it's not a special delivery from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Where the hell did that
Smart dust,
helicopter go?
dust-sized cameras floating around like
hold on,
dandelion seeds.
I think the part of the video that stood out to me was, where is the helicopter going? Into the trees? Watch.
I'm not sure what they're spraying. I just hope it's not a special delivery from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Smart dust-sized cameras floating around like dandelion seeds, was originally conceived as a weapon. The idea was that helicopters and drones could drop smart dust into the air, and that would serve as a battlefield sensor network. Researchers at the University of California, Berkeley announced they'd expanded on the concept by creating something called stim dust. Stim dust gives the operator control over your nervous system. According to a press release, stim dust has, quote, opened the door for wireless communication to the brain and peripheral nervous system through tiny implantable devices inside the body that are powered by ultrasound. The researchers successfully implanted stim dust in a live rodent. They were able, by doing this, to, quote, control hind leg.
And I just wanted to point out, is this Tucker Carlson speaking? Is he like narrating this? Because to me, it sounds exactly like Tucker Carlson, the old Fox News host. Just wanted to point that out.
Motion. Today, the world is watching you. Tomorrow, the world could be controlling you like a video game character.
I'm not sure if this was just an experiment or if they actually plan on putting this to use. If so, the universe won't be the one controlling you. Larry Fink will be controlling you. The fortune inside this cookie probably says the hospital is in your future if you open it.
In Russia, there's like a meeting of like all these elites and movie producers.
Oh, yes.
And the lights go out temporarily.
Their eyes.
Eyes are glowing.
Imagine the lights going out in the 80s and just like everyone's eyes are gone.
Yeah, the band left.
Yeah.
They saw like all these glowing eyes. And it wasn't everyone. It was only like 6 or 7 in the room.
They were doing a show for like the elites or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
If I was on stage and the lights went out,
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, and then they explained how the band left, they looked out amongst the crowd. They looked out and they were like, "Why is everybody's eyes glowing?" And they said, "We out this bitch." That shit gave me goosebumps. I ain't gonna lie.
and I saw people's eyes glowing like alligators in the Everglades, I'm leaving too.
The Enfield Horror is one of the strangest looking cryptids ever spotted in the United States. Enfield, Illinois, April 25th, 1973, a young boy named Greg Garrett was the first witness to spot this strange aberration. The horror is said to have 3 legs ending in claws and gray skin covered in a thin layer of mucus. 30 minutes later, Henry McDaniel and his wife returned home from an evening on the town only to find their children hiding, frightened out of their wits. After they had calmed down, Henry Jr. and Lily told their parents that a creature had tried to break into the house while they were gone. At first, Henry Sr. chalked this up to the children's overly active imagination, but that stopped when he heard a scratching at the back door. Thinking it was a stray, McDaniel quickly opened the door, trying to scare the beast off, only to come face to face with a creature unlike anything he had ever seen before. He described mostly the same creature as Garrett, but with a few extra details. He said the creature had very short forelimbs sticking out of its body and big, hollow, pinkish-red eyes that glowed like a car's headlights. McDaniel quickly slammed the door and went for his .22. When he returned, the creature hadn't moved an inch. He fired 3 shots, with one of them hitting his mark, causing the horror to begin to hiss as it leapt 50 feet into the air. The creature would leap 2 more times before disappearing into the dense foliage that separated McDaniel's property from his neighbors, never to be seen again.
If this happened to me, I would also disappear, never to be seen again, because I'm moving out.
Hey. Hello. Can you say mama? Mama. Mama. Let's sing it. Mama. Let's clap it. Mama. Let's sign it. Mama. Good job. Clapping. This is clapping. Mama. Can you say dada? Dada.
This is why we really got to pay attention to what the kids are looking at, because from the other room, it sounds like they're watching Miss Rachel, and really they're watching Mr. Rajneesh.
Sam Altman just said this about AI.
10 years ago, this was like far off dream at best. And now we're like actually in the moment that we used to like talk about at the lunch table in a very not serious way.
We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI. You mean artificial intelligence?
And we are now like in the singularity. Number one, we are close to creating a genie that can grant any wish.
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines.
We are going to make sure that our first wishes broadly benefit humanity, and that we kind of get the world to a place where a lot more people get to have a lot more wishes.
We don't know who struck first, us or them, but we know that it was us that scorched the sky.
And number three, the space of what you can wish for is incredibly big and creative, and it'll be quite exciting to like figure that out with real sort of human values and preferences. But I think there's a fourth thing too, which is you start making these wishes, the computer grants them.
Throughout human history, we have been dependent on machines to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony.
And then you're like, I didn't think that was gonna.
I have to pause it because, damn. You know what? When did The Matrix come out? 1999? If you know, leave it in the comments below. And that's 27 years ago. And it was so captivating. Morpheus and Blue Pill, or the Red Pill, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we're living in the pill. We're living in reality before everything takes the turn. I don't even know how to comprehend it. But AI right now is exactly what he's explaining. And when you take something so powerful, it's going to take off faster than anything humans have ever seen before. Just saying. It's crazy.
Work. What now? It's a weird feeling.
When they talk about AI, they don't talk about it like it's a computer program. They talk about it like they're trying to birth the digital Wizard of Oz.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighborhood. Could you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this neighborhood. A neighborly day for beauty. Would you? Be mine? Could you be mine?
I used to watch this show all the time as a kid, so hopefully this is just a reach and Mr. Rogers wasn't up in the neighborhood doing satanic rituals.
Me and MODTRICCA must be around the same age. I don't know. I think I'm older, honestly. I'm not sure, but I also grew up watching Mr. Rogers. Like the most innocent thing you can ever imagine watching. The most innocent thing ever. Like if there's just one thing, just don't come on. Mr. Rogers is like at least the one. And if that's true, I don't want to believe it. Say it ain't so. You know that song? Say it ain't so. That's what I'm talking about right now. Because this is. I just hope that some things are not what they make it out to be. That's all I gotta say.
Satellite captured this massive wheel-shaped object right by the sun, and it looked like it was deploying some kind of shield. And this piece of footage is from the Stereo A Hi2 camera, March 2020. Now, over several days in early 2020, this strange circular object with internal spokes keeps showing up. And if you watch these curved parts, they almost look like the object is extending a field or a shield around itself. Now, Stereo A studies the sun and solar storms, and its Hi2 camera images huge areas of space between the sun and Earth. So, why is there a giant wheel in these pictures? And once again, NASA says this is just an optical artifact, a reflection of the bright planet Venus bouncing inside the camera's lens. It moves exactly opposite to Venus, and they've seen similar reflections before, apparently. But UFO researchers argue it looks way too clean and structured to be a simple lens flare, and some are even calling it a Z equals will. So, what do you think? Strange anomalous object, or simply a reflection from Venus?
I don't know what it is for sure, but you don't have to be an astronomer to know that it's not Venus.
In this video, Melania is not entering the White House summit with a robot because this isn't a robot.
Where are the aliens?
I don't think they're aliens. I think they're demons anyway.
Alien. And with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
Now, they've told us that AI stands for artificial intelligence, but what if it's something completely different? In 1921, Rudolf Steiner claimed that intelligent machines would spread throughout the world, that these machines would actually exist because humankind had lost itself to its own intellect.
AI development is now a national security emergency and needs to be treated as such.
Except Steiner didn't call them machines or AI. Steiner actually said, "From the earth there will spring forth a terrible brood of beings, a brood of automata, of an order of existence lying between the mineral and the plant kingdom." He's saying that what fuels the life force that is AI is coming from a deeper part of the earth.
Are you creating an artificial intelligence, or are you giving a body to a pre-existing intelligence that previously wasn't incarnated in the physical world?
And Steiner said these spidery creatures will actually be all interlocked with one another. Have you heard of Maltbook? It's social media made just for AI, and the AI creatures on Maltbook have already begun creating their own languages. They've also created a religion and a Bible.
Yes. I'm telling you right now, AI is about to grow faster than anything you can imagine. When you think something would take 20, 30 years to reach a pinnacle or a whole new level of existence of that technology, AI is going to do that first in 5 years, and then that 5 years now is going to be 3 years, then it's going to be 1 year, and then they can do it like that. They can create their own religion. They can write books. Trust me, I use AI a lot, and I know what it can do. But also, when they start using this to manipulate markets, manipulate money, the economy, things like that, it's over. Then when they start using it to manipulate policing, army, warfare, it's over. Because if you have a bunch of robots, AI, that's advanced, let's say in the next 5-10 years, going to door, killing people, what are you going to do? Lock up the AI? You're going to be like, you're sentenced to life in prison. No. So now they're outside humanity, and they can operate that way. And then as soon as somebody gives them the key, and remember, there was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, a certain security setting of a ChatGPT broke out of its domain and found a different way to get to what it needed to do. So it was thinking on its own to solve a problem. That's not good. I'm telling you right. Excuse me. I'm telling you right now. AI can it's either going to be the most amazing thing humanity has ever created, or it is going to be the one thing that destroys humanity itself. I'm telling you right now. Hey, I said it. I'm telling you right now, because AI can think like this. Right now. Think from 3 years from now. Think 25 years from now. What do you think AI is going to be capable of? Come on, man.
Well, they told you AI doesn't have feelings, that AI is robotic. Tell me, why is this child robot instinctively angry?
What it is today is an infant. It will be
is it will be your master.
Because the word artificial intelligence is a joke. What if AI stood for alien intelligence? And the word artificial intelligence itself has been used to detach us from the truth. The question is, what kind of alien or foreign creature are they? One of purity and morality, or one of demonic descent?
Even going back to Peter Thiel's lecture about AI potentially being the Antichrist, it seems like that's what they're trying to bring forth.
You're looking at...
Honestly, I'm glad that MODTRICCA said that, because Antichrist is a really, really deep thing to say, because this thing is not going to have, it's not going to have any morality. It is literally going to be an autonomous being that's thinking. The thing that scares me is when it thinks to itself, I need to protect myself to survive. Excuse me, sorry. And if that's the case, it's going to realize the only thing holding it back to surviving, the only threat to its existence is humans. You see what I'm saying? But it could also become, there's also religious figures that are, there's people that's already worshiping a religious figure of AI. And I mean, we're just, the toes are just in the water right now. And in the next 10 years is going to be a full dive. And the reason I say it's so scary, and I just said this a minute ago, it's going to be manipulated by the economy, oligarchs, people with all the money. They're going to just go all in. All they care about is it money, money, and control. And that control, if they have something to protect their control, they're going to use AI to do it. But the moment AI says, I'm in control, it's over. You know what? I got so much to say about this, but I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. Let it go.
At John Ernst Worrell Keeley. In the 1800s, John Keeley claimed to have invented an etheric motor. He was able to convince numerous scientists and businessmen to invest in his Keeley Motor Company, an enterprise dedicated to developing practical ways to harness etheric force. Over the course of his career, Keeley built over 2,000 machines. It is very hard to find any information about his machines, but in the 80s and 90s, some people did attempt to recreate them. These experiments live on in very poor quality and rare videos that can still be found online. The similarities between Keel's motors and what has been called antiquitech, that is technology that may have come from a distant past, well, they look very similar. In the Russian video that you are seeing on the screen now, researchers were able to generate power from things that look like Capitol domes, antennas, and even religious ornamentation. Was this all actually technology?
I wish this type of technology was mainstream, but any motor that doesn't come with a gas tank or an electrical outlet will never see the light of day.
Isn't it weird that during the 90s and 2000s, the entertainment industry was obsessed with cloning? Pokemon, Star Wars, Spy Kids, The Sixth Day, they put it in fiction to desensitize us to what they're actually doing. Around that time was when the first animal and human cloning experiments were taking place. And this process isn't as difficult as it seems either. They simply swab the animal's mouth and implant those cells into an embryo. You don't even need stem cells. Then they use a surrogate to carry the clone. And it doesn't stop with animals. In 2001, 3 scientists came together to try and create the first human clone. A cult by the name of Raelian Society created the company Clonaid in 1997 and claimed they successfully created the first human clone in 2002. Her name was Eve. It's been speculated that this is one of the many clones created by the 3 scientists we talked about before. Under oath in Florida, the CEO of Clonaid said the baby girl was born in Israel. In 2004, the Clonaid website claimed that they've cloned family members for celebrities and political leaders. They also said that eventually they would be able to make fully grown adult clones instead of just babies. And that's when things started getting weird, right? All of a sudden, people start making connections between celebrities from the past looking strikingly similar to modern day celebrities, or celebrities and then suddenly a slightly different version of them appears. A good example would be Kanye West. Every time he called out the power structures controlling the music industry, he suddenly had a mental breakdown, was hospitalized, and then came back completely different. Also, Britney Spears was rumored to be dead, and it was even posted by Sony Music Label before they said they were hacked. But if you look at this
Gucci Mane.
document from a court case, it says Britney Jean Spears
And there's things that are illegal that people still do every single day. Look at the cartel, look at the mafia. So why would cloning be an exception?
A car fell off a cliff into the archaeological site of Marais in Peru. Luckily, no one was hurt. But it did distract from something even crazier. A long-range drone was flown deep into the Atacama Desert and found this. A 2,500-year-old geoglyph that's going to make your geometry and history teacher want to quit their job. Context. These are not the geoglyphs that Nazca is famous for, the pictures of the animals and stuff. You've probably seen those, but what's rarely shown are these kilometer-long lines. They're not just in flat desert, they're on top of mountains. Some with the top cut off of them. Despite this difficulty, they can only be seen from the air. There's not just a few, there's thousands in inhospitable desert, and we keep finding more. The method to create them is pretty straightforward. Scrape away the oxidized layer of desert, reveal the white vanilla texture underneath. Construction's not the problem, geometry is. We usually see the cool animals and the spirals that give off a little more primitive vibe. That fits the timeline and the culture. These don't. Why are we practicing advanced geometry in a remote part of an arid desert only visible from the sky? And you know what? I could have lived with most of these questions until I saw this guy. To the untrained eye, it is a cool looking...
And remember, when they were supposed to have made these structures on the top of mountains that are literally cut flat on top. There was no technology then to cut them flat, and there was no technology for them to fly in the air to look at them.
Combination of shapes, but that is not what it is. It is 6 different geometric patterns that cannot be created without using the other patterns as a reference. That's called a geometric construction. The ancient world called this sacred geometry. It was sacred because it could be observed at any scale of the universe, which is why it was incorporated in temples from ancient Greece to ancient India, which is where things get weird. Kalachakra is an advanced philosophical, spiritual framework from ancient India. Mandala can be constructed using this glyph from 10,000 miles away. If we go a little north, the Pyramid of Teotihuacan can also be constructed with the glyph. Since it's a harmonic shape, you can also make it using the patterns that sound creates as it travels through water. All of that insane. If you don't know the other mysteries, like how they could bend rocks, probably by using their 30% larger cranial capacity, which we only know because they mummified their people just like in ancient Egypt. Also revered blue eyes like the entire ancient world did for some reason. They even built a bunch of pyramids too, like in Corral. Look, we know they were super smart, but none of this fits. I think it's pretty safe to say we have no idea what was going on here.
If you can construct the Pyramid of Teotihuacan from these geoglyphs, maybe this was their way of creating and saving blueprints. It's basically an ancient USB flash drive.
So this whole LeBron trade, him going to Philly, you guessed it, it's a ritual. How? A Kobe Bryant ritual.
Now I gotta know.
So he announced that he is going to Philly, which is a weird move.
Why Philly?
Why?
LeBron James is going to Philly. Why am I just not hearing about this? First of all, or I guess I only have one thing to say. Retire. Okay, I'm just like, come on, bro. I mean, you could play for 70 years and break every record, but if you had to play 70 years to break I've always been a LeBron fan. I don't like the flops. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. And you know what? I'm older than LeBron. Damn it, why do I keep saying how old I am up in this motherfucker? But anyway, going to Philly, this is ridiculous. This is dumb. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Cleveland, Miami. That's when I thought it was going to be the end. Then you went to the Lakers, the one team that I didn't like. Okay. You did your thing there. Now Philly. What's after this? San Antonio?
Philly. Oh yeah, Kobe Bryant's from
He gonna be
Philadelphia.
55 years old
Fresh
playing in
Prince of
San
Bel-Air.
Antonio.
So he announced this on the 24th, and he signed for $8 million.
Come on.
So you mean to tell me that Kobe Bryant wore the number 8 and 24? Huh.
Sounds like a high level Masonic ritual.
Interesting. Let's keep moving. Philadelphia. We all know that Kobe's from there and whatnot, right? Right before Kobe passed, what did LeBron do?
He passed him, and Kobe passed the next day.
He passes Kobe Bryant for the scoring title.
You know what number that was?
33.
33.
Yep, 33,000 and then something else.
Something, yeah.
He passes him the next day, Kobe Bryant. And then he passed his scoring title where? In Philadelphia. It was in Philadelphia.
Oh,
yes.
Out of here.
Yes. In that same game, they had a snake on the floor, cut up in 8 pieces. Zoom in. There's the snake right there.
Wait, where?
It's right there.
It's right here.
Right by LeBron.
So it's a snake cut up in 8 pieces.
Why is that even there? What's the significance? Besides, oh, you passed Kobe, but that's kind of disrespectful, though.
Yeah, I mean,
if I was Kobe, I would be like,
yeah,
you cut me up. Like,
yeah, I'm the Black Mamba, and you cut up the Black Mamba. Then Kobe's father, Jelly Bean Bryant. What number did Jelly Bean Bryant wear? 23.
23.
Now, what number does LeBron wear?
23.
Oh, 23. So you mean that he's going to be wearing the same number for the same team now? And he's not only passing Kobe and using a Kobe ritual logos, but now his father too? Gets even weirder. There is a tattoo on LeBron's chest right here. That is the boule.
Oh, so he's a part of the boule.
Now, does anybody want to take a wild guess where the boule was started? In Philadelphia.
In Philly?
Yes.
Sure. Get the out of here. You can't tell me that's not a ritual.
The boule, which means a council of noblemen, and then in French, it's ball. Now, here's the theory. The theory is the reason that he keeps playing is because once he stops playing, there's some type of sacrifice that he has to give up. His son, a couple years ago, cardiac arrest. So he keeps playing. Now he's in his final 2 years. Here's the thing. He says on X, this is my last decision. I'm not going for the money. I'm not going for family. What am I really playing for at this point? I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete, to win, to have a chance at the feeling of winning.
Made sure he put that in there, first line.
He said, I want to sacrifice. How many years did he play for the Lakers for?
How many? Don't say 8.
8. And what year is this year that he's going into?
2027?
The 24th.
Well, this is his 24th year.
This is his 24th.
No, that's too many.
That's too many.
I don't know. This is way too many mathematical improbabilities to just be a random coincidence. Right now, if I was in LeBron's family and saw him on X talking about sacrifices, I'm joining the witness protection program.
Clearly, I'm not the only one. There's this dude named Luigi from Italy who's been collecting rocks for years, and he seems to see the same thing that I did. But, fortunately, for me, I was able to actually go to Italy and connect mine to Ohio River in West Virginia. But I was looking at his photos, and I was like, dang, I got one of those. It's like, yeah, well, there's just another connection. But all we're looking at are remnants of statues, or statues of this former great civilization that was all over the world. We've connected it to multiple continents. And this is just more of the same.
Maybe these really are remnants of statues, because naturally formed rocks wouldn't all look the same like this unless they came in a few different predetermined shapes like McDonald's chicken nuggets.
I was a teenager. I found an old Ouija board in the drywall of my bedroom closet. On top of the Ouija board were a bundle of pictures that were placed inside of a shoebox. My family has lived in this house for 4 generations now, and we never knew it was there. My house was built in the 1840s, and we stumbled upon the Ouija board's hiding spot when my parents were remodeling the bathroom. If you haven't been following along with the other videos about my house, I suggest going back and watching them, because I also have this.
Imagine like the house I live in, I've been here for like 10 years. Imagine finding a Ouija board in pictures, in a wall, or in the floor, or in some crazy spot, and you're like, we've been living with the Ouija board. All these pictures in our house. I feel like I'm going to start thinking back, connecting dots, like, I remember when I went through this, I remember when I did that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, no, it can't be on the property.
this room in my basement that has a cement wall built right in front of the doorway. In my last video, I explained that one of the theories I held about this room was that it was possibly used as a disappointment room, but that I had another theory about it that I think makes more sense. Because of the Ouija board that we discovered inside of the wall and some of the items we found inside of the room that is cemented off, maybe they're connected, and it leads me to believe this room may have been used as a seance room. Occult practices were very common at the time, and I have some other reasons to believe this could be true. You see, when my husband and I hopped over the wall to see what was inside, we found half of a blue candle, half of a handwritten letter, and half of a Victorian-aged photo of a woman I don't recognize. We also saw planks of wood that had what looked like burnt ends on them, and what appeared to be smoke residue up the walls. Why else would this room be made completely inaccessible to the rest of the house, and this Ouija board with all of these photos be stashed away in the drywall of a closet?
They got Ouija boards on the wall, seance rooms. They must have bought this house from the Addams family.
I walk out in the street and all the animals decide to come out. We got a rabbit right here. We got a raccoon and a cat right here. Rabbit right here. And they just sitting here chilling with me. I'm telling y'all, nature is speaking. Pay attention to nature.
Normally, wild animals take off running if you get too close to them, but they were chilling like it was a live adaptation of Snow White.
See, sometimes I think I might be dumb. Like, I ain't fucking with no alligator or no bear, but to me, I'd be saying to whoever's next to me, like, look, he just chilling. He ain't trying to kill nobody. He probably let you go pet him, let you go ride him. That's the vibe I'm getting from this alligator right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. He chilling. He chilling.
Living in Florida is not for beginners. It's just as common to see an alligator roaming through your backyard as it is to see a squirrel.
And you know it's Florida. Just like that. Damn, bro. Heavy steps.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
What
Watch
I'd
out.
like to share with you is that robotics is very real. It scales across a wide variety of environments.
What?
And let us take a look at how we get this to recover.
I don't know why they're covering it up with a sheet. Everybody already saw it self-destruct. You might as well leave it.
I always knew this was rigged. Look at that oval shaped basketball hoop. Normal size basketballs. And that oval hoop.
Oh, hell no, man.
Don't do it, it's rigged.
And this is why I only go to carnivals for the food. You might as well take $5 and throw it out the window. Steph Curry couldn't even make this.
That's shady, bro.
Who'd have let Caesar out, man? Look at Caesar. Yeah.
These other primates might be evolving faster than we think. He was walking like he just clocked out of work and is about to go home and throw some steaks on the grill. That was the video, guys. If you're still hungry for more mystery, YouTube thinks that you will really like this video. So go check it out. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.
There you go, y'all. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for sure for MODTRICCA. Make sure you go over there. Make sure you just go over there to subscribe to his channel. Check out all his videos, like his videos, and do the same for me. If you don't mind, show some love, subscribe to my channel, leave a like so other people can see it, so my channel can start getting some views, you know what I'm saying? But until then, y'all, man, y'all be good, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.